Scandinavian swimmers? What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. That sounds good. I'm leaving for now.
I'm going to push the candy aside and jump into the question.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. First of all, getting cast in this role, and I guess just the idea of playing this character with such a legacy behind it.
Yeah.
What are your feelings about that?
I'm excited. Honestly, it's a little bit surreal still. So it's kind of the thing. It's not fully sunken in yet, I don't think. But I kind of like it that way because it's making it a little bit easier to really just look at the character for who he is. Seeing the suit as a symbol, it kind of takes care of itself. So realizing that this is just like any other person putting on their suit in the morning, going out to do what they do. That's kind of the way it's been a little bit easier to approach it. So I'm just excited about finding out who Clark is and who Superman is as his human self. Outside of being the alien that's can do everything. So it's been a lot of fun.
What do you think he represents? The character in your mind when you think Superman?
I mean, especially with this version of the show, it's so hopeful and optimistic, and I love that. Truth, justice, and like the American way. That's really, it's kind of like the person that you hope would exist and do what he does with the powers that he has. So, just trying to embody that, and there's obviously struggles that go along with being someone who has that much responsibility, but in the end, I think he's incredibly happy to be able to do what he can do. So.
Did you watch like other Superman portrayals before this? Did you read the comics or?
I've seen stuff from back in the day when I was younger. I honestly haven't caught some of the more recent ones, and I'm just kind of even then everything is going to be kind of a clean slate. Not going to want to try to take anything from that. Knowing the character and knowing from the comics and just what he what he stands for, what he represents, I think is the most important thing. So that's what I'll be, I think, focusing on the most, and then from there it's just where do we find him in this world? Like how does he fit in this one? So
you said something about hope. Superman representing hope.
Yeah.
This is these dark times.
Yes,
of course, the
absolutely.
movies treat him really dark, which I think is ridiculous. So what is his role then in the world? Do you think in a world that's as cynical and dark as this is? What do you think he's
not to just sit on that word, but I think to give hope. The fact that things can be better and that people with power will do good things. I think that's one of the things too right now is that there's a lot of people in power that we kind of look at and just assume are either self-serving or quote-unquote evil. But it's to have someone who is capable of really taking over and not using that selfishly, but using it to help other people. I think it's a great thing that would be a nice widespread idea among everybody, and it's being able to do everything that you can, and you don't have to be Superman, you don't have to be able to fly and save a falling building. Like you can help the person next to you. Like that's enough. Like if we just kind of would work with that, I think that's kind of the symbol of it. So contributing where you can, I think, is the
Where does this portrayal of Clark Kent come in? Because he's gone from kind of goofy to a normal guy.
That's something we're going to play with on the set. I have my ideas with it. Again, don't want to give too much away. I haven't started shooting yet, so I can still be fired. So I'm just excited to get up there and see kind of what we come up with on, playing with Melissa and them and seeing what we bring out of it. So it should be fun and exciting, and it's always fun to be able to play with stuff like that. So.
Can you talk about the dynamic we'll see between him and the other characters? Because we haven't seen Clark on screen through the IM feed.
Right. Again, these are the things that I'm instructed not to talk too much about. So I'm obeying as much as I can. But there will be a lot of interaction, and there'll be a lot of character development with everybody, and it'll be fun to see the different ways he interacts with the different people in the show. So definitely a difference in his kind of persona depending on the situation. So.
I could dive in. Mark Waid, a comic writer, I don't know if you know the name or not. He's pretty popular Superman.
Horrible with names, but yes.
His view of the character, I asked him once, I said, what is it that appeals to you about Superman?
Right.
He said, this is a guy who can do anything he wants with his power, and he chooses to do what's right.
Right.
So I don't know if that kind of thing fuels kind of...
Oh, absolutely. No, that's kind of what I'm talking about. The idea that someone who is in the position of power, in the position to do whatever they really want, to choose to use it unselfishly and to be able to help other people, I think that's such a symbol and a statement of who he truly is, and that's something that I would want to focus on, as a top priority of who he is. So,
cool.
For sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.